Hi there everybody, Chucky here, and here I am with my most anticipated makeup tutorial. And what I'm going to be showing you today is the classic Marilyn Monroe face. I get a lot of compliments with this face and everything. It's the face I'm wearing right now, just so you know. So I'm going to run through real quick about how to do it, how to put it on. I was originally wanting to want to do it step by step, but my camera doesn't allow that. It's kind of pixelated. It's kind of hard to put it on while looking at a camera, yada yada. So I just figured I'd put it on to show you the end result, and I have the products in front of me here that I'm going to show you, and step by step how I do it. So without further ado, the first thing I start out is with Max Factor Pan Stick Beige, 125 True Beige to be exact. I swear by this stuff. Too bad that they're going to go ahead and discontinue it in the United States. It's only going to be available in Europe, so or the internet perhaps. So, but it's good stuff, especially for all of us T-girls out there that have to hide 5 o'clock shadow and whatnot. Anywho, I take this like so, and I just dot it on my face. I don't smear. Don't smear. You're just wasting it. Just dot it, and then when when you think you've dotted enough on it, you take one of these little handy dandy sponge brushes, or makeup sponges. They're awesome. They're like little wedges of goodness. And I go and I just start spreading out all the dabs I put on my face. Make sure you got, you spread it out evenly, and you got enough to where you got, you evenly coat your face. You don't want some dark here and some light there, and because when you go to put on your powder or whatnot, it will stick to where you stick more to where you got the more of the pan stick. It will just look all poopy. Don't want to do that. So you spread it out evenly using one of these. These are awesome. If you don't have any, go get some. Okay, now that you've coated your face evenly with the Max Factor pan stick, what I usually do is I either use Neutrogena Mineral Shears. This here is Classic Ivory, number 10, and or I use this Max Factor. It's True Beige, medium, 110. And when I go and put that on, I always use a large brush like so. You dab it, get a liberal amount of powder on there, because you don't want to, you just want to get a lot of powder on there, so you have to make less trips to your little compact. And furthermore, when you go to put it on, you want to have a lot of powder on there, and you just want to dab. You don't want to do this. You're not painting a house. Just dab. And I find that it goes on a lot better, and you end up with a lot less pan stick in your brush. Which reminds me, I've got to clean this thing. You don't want dirty brushes. Cross-contamination, and it makes your makeup look poopy. Anywho, after you're done with that, you get a nice even matte finish on your face after you put that on. And then what I usually do is I'll go and I'll put on some of this all over shimmer powder. Okay, I use it on my cheekbones and stuff like that, to kind of blend my cheekbones in with the rest of my face. So when you're using this, it's Wet n Wild. I'll just put that up there for you so you know what I'm using. I usually use like a medium to small brush, and I'll just do the same thing. Use do the same technique as you would like when you're putting on your mineral powder. Just don't brush, because that's then again you'll end up with stuff in your brush, a lot more of it than like if you just kind of go lightly with it and everything. So anyhow, after I put that on, I go ahead and I'll go and I put on this rouge. They call it highlight and contour blush. Well, whatever. Blush, rouge, it's all the same. This one here has a nifty little brush. It's Wet n Wild too, so you know. And sometimes a sucker's hard to get open, but it's got a little brush in there. It's about the same width as this one. Okay. And what you want to do, you want to go real light with that, because this stuff here is really red. I mean, you end up looking like a clown if you put too much on there. So you just want to, give your cheeks a little bit of color, not too much, just a hint of youthful flushness. Okay. And then after I'm done with that, usually, then I will start on my eyes. Now I'll go and I'll put on my eyeliner last. Okay. Some girls put it on first. I put it on last. That way I don't have to reapply it after I put on my eyeshadow. Now this is very instrumental in making the Marilyn Monroe face. I mean, of course, like, you want to go very light ivory with your foundation and your mineral powder. But this is the piece de resistance. Piece de resistance. Okay. I usually go with the blue, and I put that right here on each side. Okay. I only do about half of my eyelid with the blue on each side. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll take green and I'll do the outsides of my eyelids. Okay? It makes for a nice two-tone. And then I'll go over again with the blue, and I'll just put some right here, like right across just barely a hint underneath, on the lower eyelid. And the applicator I use for this is one of these. They're little tiny, and they're like little spongy little mittens. And I go ahead, and that's what I use. Okay. And then the next step I do is I take another one of those little applicators and I use this right here. I either use this shimmery, like off-white beige, or I'll go and I'll use this white right here. See that? That's like super duper white right there. And I'll go and I'll just barely hint along like the tops and the bottom edge of both my eyelids, just barely a hint, and it makes like a nice like little white shimmery contrast between like the bold colors, and it makes it kind of like looks a little silvery. I'll do that like along the bottom edge of each eye. You don't want to put too much, but you want to put enough to like where when you go to put your eyeliner on, you're not covering it back up. and it makes kind of like a nice